Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm here at Walmart. Now I know you're wondering, what the hell am I doing here at Walmart of all places? Well, I want to see what kind of boxing equipment they offer in their sporting goods department. And like myself, I used to live in a really small town called Clovis, New Mexico when I was in the military. And a lot of you guys that are viewing this video probably live in smaller towns, don't have access to like a good equipment store that sells boxing equipment, or you have to buy everything online. And maybe Walmart's the only place that's available nearby you that has anything that's boxing related. So we're gonna go in here, take a look at what they have, and from there I can tell you guys whether or not the products are good or I would stay away from them. So let's go check it out. Let's go inside. All right guys, so I'm currently here in the sporting goods section where they have all the fitness equipment and of course the boxing section. Looking right off the bat, it looks like the two main brands they carry here are going to be Everlast and Venum. And there's a couple products here I already see that I've tried and reviewed that were pretty solid. The main one's going to be these Everlast Core, as well as these Venum Contender 2.0 gloves I actually did a review on a little while back. So that's nice to see that Walmart carries some decent brands. You know, obviously they have Venum. They don't have any of the higher end stuff, but again, it's Walmart, so you know our expectations aren't that high to begin with. So starting off from the top, we'll just kind of go down and see what I think is worth it and what's not. First, for $6.78, you have these Everlast 108-inch hand wraps. I would stay away from these. That's just way too short of a hand wrap. You want at least 180 inches for hand wraps to get the maximum protection around your hands. For $6.78, I would save your money and get yourself something from Ringside or Tidal. And sometimes they do carry the longer ones. You just have to keep a lookout for that. So your store may be different than mine, but I would stay away from that. $6.78 for this Everlast Mouthguard. This is a dual bite mouthguard where you have a lower and upper portion. For $6.78, they have another one here from Venum. I would stay away from this. Just way too much plastic and rubber in your mouth, even though it's a boil and bite. And that front piece right there, when you point at it, will definitely have issues with your lip getting cut open, especially when you have your mouth bitten down over that. So I'm not a big fan of that. I'd stay away from that. And next is going to be the Venum Challenger mouthguard that's included with the case, which is good. You can't use these with braces. It's a dual layer gel system, boil and bite as well. And I like this. It's much more streamlined, and you can tell that they have kind of the same shape as like the Shock Doctor gel mouthguard. So this to me would be the better choice, even though it's double in price. It's worth it, especially for being able to have comfort, being able to breathe properly, and also being able to speak. So I would go with that between the two of those. You have a standard speed rope, 9-foot speed rope. I actually have a rope very similar to this one. It wasn't Everlast, but I'm assuming they're probably made in the same places. You can see this one actually has steel ball bearings in it, in the portion that spins around, with a PVC nylon rope. It's 9 foot, and let's see here. Develop coordination, ball bearings, and it should have adjustability to it. It doesn't say anything about being able to adjust it. But if anything, you can actually create knots in it and then adjust it that way. And then you have the foam handles for $9.24. That's a buy. So kickboxing, fitness gloves, MMA grappling gloves. Honestly, I'm not going to give my feedback on those just because I don't do mixed martial arts and don't want to misguide you guys. So we'll go ahead and bypass that. As far as these MMA gloves go, we'll go over to the next. I mean, I guess if you're in a pinch and you do practice MMA, then that's your only alternative for $23 or $39. But I'm pretty sure there's better alternatives online. The Focus Punch mitts from Everlast. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. This is all taped off. So these punch mitts look like they're made out of a thin nylon, and you have the laces right there. They have kind of a firm density to it, but they're just flat. And these punch mitts are $17.97. You can see it does have the finger openings on it. And again, I guess if you're in a pinch for $17, these would be a decent choice. But my main concern with this is going to be the quality of it. I would definitely stay away from these punch mitts just because of how thin they are, and there's no curvature to the actual punch pad, so you're going to be putting a lot of stress on your hands and your wrists when you hold these. It's just my opinion. You could definitely do better. There's better alternatives on Amazon as well, so I would pass on these focus punch mitts. All right, moving down to the gloves, we have the Venum Classics at $34.77. I actually have not tried these gloves yet, so let's go ahead and throw these into the cart. Let's see how those are. We also have the Everlast Core, which I did a review on about a month or two ago, and these are actually pretty solid gloves for entry level for only $29.98. Those are good gloves, so I would definitely go with those. Quality's not the best, but for $29.98, not bad, especially if you're in a pinch, so I'd give those a thumbs up. Moving down, you have these traditional training gloves, which are these really old school. They almost look like autograph gloves that you're not even supposed to use. Definitely would stay away from those. You have your pro style training gloves here for $39.97. I actually like the Core more than I do the pro style, and these are $10 more. So if you have a choice between the two, get the Cores. That would be my best recommendation. These are decent gloves, but to me the Cores are better. Those are the focus punch mitts, and then we have the Venum Contender 2.0s. I also did a review on these recently, and these are $43.97, so they're about $10 more than the classics. Let's go ahead and open these classics up and see how they look. And we have this carrying case. So it is a synthetic leather glove, same kind of synthetic material they use in the Contender 2.0s. Then you have a mesh palm with some padding there. The wrist kind of feels a little bit on the flimsy side right there. Velcro closure, 3.5 inches. Nylon attached thumb. And the padding seems to be definitely on the firm side, so more protective for sure. You can definitely see that right there. It's super firm. Kind of interested. I think I'm gonna pick these up today and see how these perform. But I'll go get these Contender 2.0s. That way you guys can see the difference between the two. And open up these Contenders. So here are the Contender 2.0. So you can see the same material that they use in both these gloves. Just aesthetically, they're a little different, but they're both that same matte synthetic. The Contenders use a molded foam. That's the other thing about the Contenders that I'm not a big fan of, is they use IMF, where the classics use a multi-layer foam that's firm, but the material's the same size Velcro closure. Both have that patent leather look. The other key difference is going to be the Contenders doesn't have a mesh palm, where the classics do have mesh. So the key difference is the mesh palm and the kind of foam they use. Keep in mind these Contender 2.0s are $10 more than the classics, but to be honest with you, obviously I haven't tried these classics yet. They're $10 cheaper, and I like the foam better. Typically the multi-layer to me is better than molded foam. Not a big fan of all the mesh on the palm, but you know, for $34.77, we'll take a look at how these perform. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those back in the cart. And then lastly, we have a classic boxing bag there, and that's pretty much it. Just another pair of the Contender 2.0s. This punching bag right here is going to be $74, and it weighs 70 pounds. Excuse me, actually $76, and it weighs 70 pounds. So I think this would be a solid choice, especially if you're in a pinch. For $76, the box for it's not that big. So, you know, if you have a large enough trunk, you should be able to fit it in there. If you have a truck, even better. But this is one of those bags that I think would be good relatively for a beginner, or even something more advanced. 70 pounds is not super heavy, it's not super light, so it's kind of right there in the middle. I'm just kind of curious on as far as the consistency. Obviously I can't cut the box open to see how it feels, but you know, for $76, that's super cheap. And again, if you need something in the pinch, then I would give this a thumbs up as well. So You know, out of everything here, I would definitely go with these Venum Classics, the Everlast Core training gloves, the Venum Challenger Mouthguard, the jump rope here by Everlast, and that's pretty much it. Everything else I would avoid, and if you could possibly get it online, I would go that route rather than purchasing it here. But those are the items I would choose here at Walmart if I had a choice. So. All right, guys, so I'm gonna finish up shopping. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. Whatever I pick up today, I'm assuming I'm gonna get these classic boxing gloves. Obviously, I'll be doing a review later down the road, but I'll put the link in the description box to the Walmart website so you guys can check it out there. I'll see you guys later. Peace.